do the quest here.
I'm too old. I can't even use the formulas from Hidden Treasures of the Ancestors. We can only place our hopes in Qianxing's automaton.
I understand. The Soulfire automaton isn't affected by poison or dark key.
Exactly. The automaton needs huge amounts of soul stones, however, and the reserves we have aren't enough. We need to acquire yellow soul stones from the stone sprites of the plateau of the Tiger's Paw.
Elder, how can I handle part of this task for you?
That's very friendly of you. Qianxing has already set out for Chushangze village, and the Shadow Elder of Automata, Jun Shangmu, is currently working on the core module for the blasting automaton. If you'd like to help, collect some yellow soul stones and take them to the automaton scholar called Mogun, who is waiting up ahead at the crossroads.
Consider it done, Elder High.
Elder High, what is so special about these magical formations?
According to my weary memory, this
I can take one more. It's caused the earth energy pathways to be affected by the energy. It caused the usually peaceful stones to go mad. These crazy stones are attacking people and fearsome brutality. Would you help us defeat them? When the business is done, go to Graveyard of Martyrs and inform Cloudbreaker Swallow Fang Fei Huye about it. Cool, Swallow Sang. Oh yeah, he's still young already one of the three heroes of the Berserkers, conscientious and considerate. He just got back from the Kin League assembly. The Grand Master has instructed him to organize the evacuation. Oh, I see. Next.
Elder High, thus, what is so special about these magical formations?
Magic in this contaminated area.
It doesn't look good for us.
Do I get good XP? No. So the XP from killing monsters or grinding is very low, so no point in grinding so far.
Did Elder High send you to bring the yellow soul stones? Good, you can take them to Elder Jun Shangmu. He's already waiting impatiently at the Graveyard of Martyrs.
Why at the graveyard?
Oh yes, you don't know yet. Elder Jun Shangmu and I were just building the core module in the nearby Yuang village. But then that stone sprite suddenly stormed into the village. Fortunately, Shang Feiyu, also known as the Cloudbreaker Swallow, came to our aid along with the Berserker students. They escorted us to the Graveyard of Martyrs, together with the villagers.
I understand. I will be on my way immediately then. Take the quest, complete it. And I have one more, which is forward, I guess. Yep. Since the beginning of the Valley of 100 Grasses, these creatures have lived peacefully and in harmony with the valley inhabitants. I never would have thought. Come, never mind. Don't talk about it. I have to thank you for your unconditional help. It was no big deal. Don't mention it.
Don't worry. Just go to the Moas doctor and wait.
Yellow soul stones?
This amount should be enough, but the quality is substandard. I fear the soul force isn't pure enough.
How can one find purer yellow stone then?
Hang on, I don't know you at all.
I'm a new spellsword student. I flew here to the Valley of 100 Grasses with Hao Chang in order to help.
Oh, are you the one who flew here on Cloud Rider number 7 with Hao Tsang? Well then, if Hao Tsang trusts you... The stone sprite that devastated Yuwang village belonged to the peaceful stone giants who I've been training in cultivation for 100 years. The dark chi drove them to madness.
Can we get high quality soulstone by destroying the stone giants?
Huh? Yes, I guess so.
I'll take care of it. Okay, I have one quest, right? Yes. Is that accepted in their progress? Yes, I understand this.
In combat.
Nice. What is this? Adventure and the Book of Eons.
Very good. Now we're just missing a frost soul stone. Then we'll have all 5 soul stones together, and we can light the soul fire. Miss Ying, what did you just say? How can we get hold of the frost soul stone?
Frost soul stones come from the frost leopards that live on Panorama Hill. They're actually not hard to get a hold of. Our problem, however, is that the Devastators recently invaded there and injured quite a few frost leopards. Those creatures have been living in the Valley of 100 Grasses for generations and consider it their territory. They're like part of our family and basically very trusting. If you help them to heal their wounds, they'll give you frost soul stones in gratitude. I have a healing past for my spirit animal here. Take it with you and use it to treat the frost leopard's wounds.
Will do.
Wait a moment. Once you've collected enough frost soul stones, take them together with the yellow soul stone and this core module to the lieutenant of the Astral Sea Division, Mo Hong Hyu. You'll find her at the entrance to Tiansu village.
Understood.
And another thing. Those frost leopards are masters in camouflaging themselves. They hide in the tall grasses. You'll have to look for them carefully.
Where do I have to go?
All the members. Who is this standing before me?
Greetings, Lieutenant Mo. My name is Chosen One.
Aren't you? You must be the highly promising up-and-coming talent that Hao Tsang mentioned. If these weren't exceptional circumstances, I'd love to talk to you at greater length. Well, we'll have time to talk later. Why are you looking for me?
The Shadow Elder of Automata asked me to bring the core module and the heart
These
soul
soul
stone.
stones, plus the 2 Shangfei Yu just sent. Now all that's missing is the Orchid Soul Stone that I'm responsible for. The fact that it's my fault our defense maneuver has been delayed makes me deeply uncomfortable. I've already dispatched 2 soldiers to find an Orchid Soul Stone. Wang Er and So Jun are seasoned, reliable soldiers. If they don't return soon, we'll have to assume that something must have happened to them. I have to stop those devastators trying to storm the Valley of 100 Grasses. Would you go to the North River for me and look for the missing soldiers?
Consider it done, Lieutenant Mo. Lieutenant. Just surprised by devastator attack. Due to inattentiveness, a small group broke through our defenses position in the Valley of 100 Grasses. They are headed for Panorama Hill. We must destroy the invading devastated vanguard and stop the leader. Fine, leave it to me.
Hao Tsang just said that if the blasting automaton doesn't work, Lieutenant Yu can interpret the soul force of the magical formations directly with his...
Quick! That's the Orchid Brook Soulstone mentioned in Lieutenant Mo's orders. Even if it's just a fragment, please return the Soulstone to her and tell her that as soon as I've got my strength back, I'll join her right away and admit to my failure.
I'll take care of it. Go get some rest first. I have to go destroy this thing. I have to defeat there. Okay, where's done? This guy.
The Orchid Brook Soulstone. We found it. I have to get to the lieutenant.
But you're wounded.
Will you take it for Lieutenant Mo?
Okay.
Understood. I'm going to send some people to bring back the wounded brother. Lieutenant Yu is with Bai Xin, the Huaishuang swordbearer in Chuqiansu village. They're preparing to destroy the magical formation of the Devastators. Hao Tsang is currently preparing to bring the core module and the 4 other soulstones to the village. Run to him quickly before he sets off, and give him the Orchid Soulstone too.
Yes, Lieutenant Mo. Thank you. I would not have thought the Devastator would fight as relentless as they did. And as wildly as concerned I am, but I'm sorry I put you in such danger. Lieutenant Mo, that is not your fault. Complete. And I have to get to this guy here.
This is a healing potion that can relieve pain and stop bleeding, and this is Huayu powder for treating external injuries. I also sewed together an herbal scent pouch for you. It's a talisman that keeps poisons and all evil at bay.
I'm just going to help you, Chenxing. And you almost cleaned out Elder Shao's entire apothecary. But that scent pouch... It smells just like the sleeves of your clothes. I will always carry it with me.
Good. That eases my mind a little.
Oh yes, Qing'er. There's something else that I wanted you... No, it's not important now. Let's talk about it when I'm back. And you'll take care of yourself, won't you?
There's no need to worry. I'm a healer after all.
That's true. Then I'll make my way there now.
Good. Please come back soon. I'll be waiting for you at home.
Hao Tsang, I have brought the Orchid Soulstone.
It's you. Very well done. Now we have everything together. I'll go to Yu Chenxing, and then we'll use the Soul Fire Automaton to detonate the enemy's magical formations.
I was happy to help. Zombies!
你跟上我。
Hatsang!
I'm fine.
Your face is like thunder. I can see you're not fine. You're not going anywhere like that.
If I told you to go home now and get some rest instead of tending to the poisoning victims from the village.
Okay.
Hatsang, I think something's wrong with him.
Sure, what do you mean?
I need to ask you something.
Can you tell me what can I do?
Please follow Hatsang and see how he's doing. I've been learning the medicinal arts of the Moas ever since I was a child, and I can see that this is no ordinary wound. I am his wife. He can't hide anything from me. What if I can't wait until he returns? I beg you, protect him.
Really, don't drown in your worries. I'll go after him and watch out for him.
I climb the southern mountain.
Hey, it's dangerous here. What are you here for?
I followed Ho Chang. He was intending to destroy the enemy's magical formations here.
And now you're worried about Haotsang. Look, these are the remains of one of the magical formations. Haotsang just called it the Nine Dragon Formation. He and Ye Changxing did it. They blew it up. They're already on their way to the next formation. You don't need to be afraid. Ye Changxing's automaton will destroy this Nine Dragon Formation with ease. There's no need to rush.
But Ho Chang injuries, I'd better be quick.
Not so fast. Now that you're here, you can help me eliminate the remaining Devastators here first. And the residual negative chi needs to be destroyed too. Look at me. I am a doe spirit in the form of a human master, and I still can't fight well. But I can teach you a spell to expel the negative chi.
What? Then I'll do what you say, Venerable One.
Haotsang is still highly skilled. He blew up the formation faster than I could blink.
My little friend, you learn fast and are very skilled. There's just one more thing. Do you see the rune of the Plague Goddess there in the eye of the formation? I have been suppressing it for a long time using Shenong's secret magic. If you go to the rune and speak this spell again, you can destroy it for good.
I understand.
Haotsang says the Nine Dragon Formation was created using dark arts from the Seven Realms. He's still so young, and has already been through such a lot.
Remove the rune in the eye of the formation to return to the Venerable. What? Oh, here.
Well done. Also, do I sense in your presence the sword mana of the sword? Oh, you were just in the Jiandan Stonehouse, right?
I got really lucky and don't deserve your praise, Master Lilian.
How quickly time flies. A moment passes by and already the second battle in the Qin Mausoleum is 30 years in the past. I can still remember the first battle well. 900 years ago, when the Swordmasters sacrificed their lives to beat back the Eternal Army. With a young, up-and-coming talent such as you, perhaps the hope of the three Swordmasters and the immortal Lan Yao Qi will be fulfilled. I will pray that you are always protected on your journey and return in one piece.
Thank you, Venerable Master.
Well, since you are protected by a famous sword, you'd better be on your way to the next 9 Dragon Formation. The experience that you gather today will pay off in battle against the Eternal Army.
Certainly, I'll go right away.
Devastators? If my master was still alive, then these beasts would have been beaten long ago already.
That's a blight beast! Careful! Its blood is poisonous! Don't touch it!
Brother Ho Chang, let me help you.
Agreed. We'll hold down the beasts while you quickly insert the core module in Chen Xing's automaton and activate it with the power of the Soul Stone.
But I've never been inserted in the mechanical arts.
No matter, Chen Xing. Lieutenant Yu will tell you what to do.
Yes, sir.
Oh, aren't you the new hope of the Qin League? Your reputation precedes you.
Now is not the time for praises. Instead, think about the unnamed sword that Master Yu bequeathed to you. If only you'd inherited his love of swordsmanship, then our chances would be better now.
Hao Tsang, we should concentrate on what's most important right now.
Enough talking. We need to hurry. Not even all our forces combined can stop that beast for long.
You're right, Wei Wei. I've already calibrated the mechanical warrior and set the firing angle. Now we just have to ignite the soul fire. To do that, activate the 5 soul stones in the automaton's core module.
Yes, that I can see that.
The sword is full of negative chi and will affect people's consciousnesses. Be careful.
No. I'm a Moist. Please, the sword. I can't. Wait. Just give me more time. More... Teacher. Xingar. Tell your father that the things he wants will come a little later.
Hao Tsang, where are you going?
Hao Tsang, come back now. We can't control that guy anymore.
He took the Qin Chi seal, which is the key.
Anyone who comes close will be killed.
Be careful! It's Mei Jia. I saw her on Taihua Mountain. She's very powerful.
You do know something.
Damn it.
Jianqing, control yourself.
Finally, you're awake.
What just happened?
Hao Tsang, that bastard. What the hell has gotten into him? I'll go and find him now and ask him some serious questions. Wei Wei, that blight beast didn't injure you, did it?
I'm fine.
Good. The third formation may have disappeared along with Mei Jia, but there are still some devastators and negative chi.
Don't worry. Leave it to me.
That's how I know my Wei Wei. Then I'll go look for Hao Tsang now. Quickly, ride the mechanical deluge dragon back to the Memorial of Loyal Souls. Report what just happened to the Grand Master.
Okay. Be right back, going to toilet.
双灵傲雪，翔越千山。
正义临天地，金雨烂酒香。
双灵傲雪，翔越千山。
Okay. Let's continue. This doesn't look good. There was a severe disruption in the Soulforge just now. These fluctuations are also affecting the mechanical dragon. It probably won't work correctly. But it's important, isn't it? There another way? Certainly there is, but I'm afraid your cultivation is not sufficient for it. Besides, you don't have any flying experience. Sitting around and waiting won't get us out of here either. Let me try. Very well, I will give you this levitating sword. If you manage to master it, it will carry you high into the sky. Thank you, Wooden Phoenix Master. The art flying is no walk in the park. Just go, but please be careful. Nice. Press B. F1. No. Now F1. What is this? Ah, inventory expansion. What? Why can't I move? What happened? Oh, okay. So I have to go. Oh, so it's. It's okay.
Major has appeared and Hao Sang has vanished at the same time. That can't be a coincidence.
What coincidence?
The Grand Master has just received a message. Someone has entered the Temple of Wisdom. The Temple of Wisdom is a place of huge significance for the Moists. So the Grand Master has left for the temple immediately to see what is going on. If you consider that the disaster in Chershan's village happened at almost the same time.
You mean?
Yes. I fear there is connection between these two events. You witnessed the attack on Chershan's village. Please hurry to the Temple of Wisdom and inform the Grand Master.
Understood.
one fighting with the Grandmaster is Meija?
Stay calm. Protecting the Hall of Wisdom first is more important.
Yes.
Aha. Then it all makes sense. The attack on Chuchensa village and the breaking into the Temple of Wisdom here are just a diversion.
A diversion? For what? Oh.
You still don't get it? The enemy's true objective is the unnamed sword from Yue Palace.
Our enemies, so I guess they now include Hao Chang.
If he really is involved, then the Maoist magistrate will punish him for it.
I won't believe it until I have seen it with my own eyes.
Jun Xiangmu reacted much the same. Whether he is our friend or foe doesn't change the fact that Hao Tsang is at Yue Palace right now. Go there and find out the truth yourself.
I'll go to him.
Yes. If you could help us to put out this big fire while you're heading over there, we would be very grateful. Use this rain rune to do so. It will let you summon short rain showers to smother the flames.
Nice. Click to use the rain rune. I have to use it someplace. Oh, okay. I understand it. I remember now. I have to put down the fires. QR. What is this? Z. Oh, nice. New ability. Oh, no, 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 no. Elder Changmu.
So, you came too? Good.
Is Hao Chang really in Yue Palace? Impossible.
Don't go inside. Lieutenant Yue said that he wanted to clear up this matter with Hao Tsang alone.
What?
Oh no. Maybe Qian Xing is no match for him.
If it's a matter of life and death, we shouldn't hesitate any longer.
Okay. Go and help Qian Xing. But getting inside the palace isn't going to be easy. Perhaps you'll have to fight your way through demons blocking your way. Good luck. I'll guard the outer area in the meantime.
Okay.
Lieutenant Yue and the Huaishuang sword are hiding in the treasury on the upper floor of the Yue Palace. Hao Tsang has just gone there too. When we saw Hao Tsang's strange look, we wanted to stop him, but he was too strong and hurt us.
Don't worry. You did what you could. Stay here and rest. I'll go to Yue Palace Treasury. Level 5.
Haoting, you alright?
没事，但浩苍他很不对劲。
Stop playing. Get the sword.
我家的无名之剑，你别碰它。
When I was 15, my father gave me the unnamed sword and admonished me to keep it safe. If he knew I had lost the sword, he would wring my neck. No, I'll have to fetch Haotsang back.
You're injured.
I'm still alive, and that's enough.
I'm coming with you.
We'll leave the remaining Devastators in the temple to you.
Okay. Okay.
Haotsang, why did you come here? Where is Chen Qing?
The holy tree of Shen Nong. Could it withstand the blow of the divine sword of Fu Xi?
Duck, quick! Ah! Daddy! Brother Hatsung! You!
I've severely damaged the Lunar Crown tree. Father's mission was already completed. Those people are all headed straight into their own graves. We could also do that later.
Stay calm. We will repair the barrier of the Lunar Crown tree together.
Well.
Now entering vehicle mode, you have acquired special vehicle skills. Take the prompt and hold the right mouse button and drag the cursor to turn.
I don't want to risk if there's falling damage. Let's see. No falling damage so far.
The Lunar Crown tree has been damaged. The Valley of 100 Grasses is facing the greatest crisis in its history. I don't know if the Grand Master will be able to find a solution for it.
If the Lunar Crown tree can be healed,
then it means the end. Hey, inform the Grand Master about the location of Lieutenant Yue and place these automata in the Lunar Crown Pond to cleanse the water of the Devastator's negative chi.
Indeed, and what will you do?
The Yue Palace was so heavily damaged that Qian Xing and the others would be shocked if they came back now. I'll take care of the repairs.
What is this here? I have to get here? What? I was flying.
Mohist, Grandmaster. What have I, Ying Mo Feng, done to deserve that title?
Buds bloom and then wither away. Every spring is inevitably followed by a winter. Even a clever girl like Qing'er can't escape destiny.
Did something happen to Qing'er?
She got infected by the Blight Beast poison while she was healing the wounded, and is now fighting for her life. I've already done everything within my power, but... Back when Qing'er and Hao Tsang had their wedding, the flowers were blooming and thriving so magnificently in the Valley of 100 Grasses. I never thought that so much could change in a year.
Where is she? I'll go and check on her. Thank you, Elder Xiao.
Father. Master.
Qing'er, dear Qing'er. Dear Qing'er. Qing'er. I'm here.
Hao Tsang. Has he still not returned?
Hao Chang says that she's got a lot to do. He also said he would always keep your scent punch with him. You should try to not to worry and patiently wait for him to return.
Wait, please. Go to the Lunar Crown Pond and collect a handful of lunar lotus seeds for me. An old recipe for a strong medicine. I've never actually tried it before, but I don't have a choice.
Okay. Level 5, and I have to collect those. Level 1. Oh, so it's a teleporting. A teleport spell. Like this, one here, and if I go back and I press it again, I will get teleported. Nice. Nice.
The medicine is my last chance. The gods will decide whether it works or not.
Qing'er.
Grandmaster, the Blight Beast's poison is too potent. The Lunar Crown Tree won't be able to withstand it much longer.
The Valley of 100 Grasses is no longer up to this situation. It looks like it's time to call on the Qin League. Where is Venerable Lilani?
She's already on the way to Cloud Rise to put together a rescue plan with Master Kun Wuzi.
Thank you for bringing us this warning so swiftly. Come with us to Cloud Rise. You can ride up front on the Lushu.
Understood, Valley Master Ying. What is this? Okay.
Elder Chao, you just said that you are.
This lunar crown tree business is serious. First go to Cloud
Okay,
Rise.
doesn't say
Leave
anything.
else to me. Do whatever is
I
within
go
my
shoot.
It's quite windy up here. Hold on tight.
It's time. Okay.
You don't need to rush. Come and tell me who you're looking for. Since the Valley Master of the Valley of 100 Grasses has invited you, please proceed through Yingshen Gate. Well, do you still have any questions?
Kunrad is so big. Where are the Valley Master and the others?
Oh, I almost forgot this is your first time here. Since the era of Goddess Lanyauchi, 900 years ago, we did much to improve Cloudrise. And that's why we have such elegant houses and beautiful scenery today. It really is very easy to get lost if you don't have any guidance. The gateway in front of you is Yingshen Gate. It might look normal, but Venerable Lanyauchi has cast a special enchantment on it. No one with evil intentions can pass through it.
Impressive.
After Yingshen Gate, you got the Lotus Terrace. There's a white lotus on the terrace that is fragrant, clear, calming, and our dear Cloudrise's treasure. On the other side of the Lotus Terrace is the Yaotian Palace. The name is our homage to the goddess. It's the most important place in Cloudrise. Every elder will go there to discuss important matters.
And the King League you mentioned.
You guessed correctly. It's there too, of course.
Thank you for the advice. I'll set off right away.
Here.
Yay, level 6.
I appear to have been here before. Originally.
Unfortunately, I can't come. I'm in a secret realm. Sorry.
Kind of you, Shenren. The Taiwa instance is very important. Of course, you pay great attention to it.
Indeed. The Lunar Crown Tree may not be ignored. I've already heard about the business with Churchin-Sur village from the Grand Summoner.
I never would have thought the Blight Beast is so poisonous that even the Divine Tree of Shenong would not be able to resist.
Valley Master, how is the Lunar Crown Tree?
Although many protectors are working together, the Lunar Crown Tree has temporarily lost its soul consciousness. I'll discuss Taihua Mountain and the Valley of 100 Grasses are thousands of leagues apart, yet they were attacked one after the other by the devastators.
Genren Nanshun, how is the Taihua instance?
There are no problems at the moment, but the 10-year reinforcement deadline is approaching, and no one knows. Everything is complicated today. Not just Meijia, but the devastators, full of negative chi, also really surprised me.
Yes, Shenren. The most urgent thing right now is to find out
Grandmaster!
where these... Lieutenant Yue, what is wrong with you?
You've ordered the Moists to seize Hao Tsang. Why didn't you tell me?
Jianqing.
I can clearly distinguish between the righteousness and the small affection. Besides, what he took away was the nameless sword of my family. Don't worry, I'll bring back Hao Tsang. It's all solely because of him that my Chinger is always so worried about him. The unnamed sword is a treasure which has been passed down through our family for generations. It was forged by combining the divine sword Morning Glory and the ancient sword Shadowban, and can break through any magical structure.
So that means that even the strongest magical barrier can protect us?
Indeed.
No wonder the magical protection of the Lunar Crown Tree was powerless against this sword.
When the Master left us, she left behind countless texts. They have been accumulated and arranged by scholars over the last 900 years. Now there are as many ancient scriptures in the Langhuan Pavilion as there are stars in the sky. It's not easy finding records of the Devastators and negative Qi in such a short time. Go to the Langhuan Pavilion and ask the scholar Chang Shuefeng for clues.
Okay. New gear, new sword. Quality level 10. Advisor. Okay.
With Chisha sitting in the city, he wouldn't dare disturb Taiwa,
Yeah.
not even if there were 100 times as many evil spirits.
Devastators. Negative Qi. Second shelf on the left, third compartment, volume number 5. Check in the 5th chapter.
What an astounding memory. Where did he said? Here? Okay, and one here. Where is the last one? Oh. Anecdotes.
Cannot be cast.
Nice wings. How did I get these wings? Oh, I guess they paid
Goddess.
another
And the Black Beast on top of that? Is the global
collector's
conflagration of
edition,
70
whatever.
years ago repeating itself?
Where are the
The
others?
Grand Master and the Grand Summoner have already set off into the underworld themselves to find a cure for the Lunar Crown Tree. And Lieutenant Yue, he said he wanted to capture Hao Tsang, and then a moment later, he vanished.
Oh, Lieutenant Yue has no patience with this business. Oh, there's something else.
That doesn't sound good. The Blade Heart has been damaged for years, and we're right in the middle of a major war. Its soul force is unstable, and I fear that if we don't stabilize it in time, it will disappear completely.
But we must be able to do something.
Luckily, you're already here in Cloudrise. That shouldn't be too difficult. This panda next to me, excuse me, I mean Master Konvuzi, he's a master swordsmith and knows the three swords very well. He must be able to help you avert this disaster.
Thank you. Again, another thing. Venerable one, what do you mean you're scaring me? If you only whine and do not talk, you will never master the Bladeheart ancestor.
The Bladeheart fragment has been weakened for many years, and it still hasn't been able to bind itself to your spirit completely. Its soul force is almost exhausted, and it has retreated deep into your subconsciousness. If you are unable to get it back soon, I fear it will disperse completely.
What can we do about that?
Just a little thing, as long as Genren Jishar agrees.
But Chenren Shishia comes and goes like the wind and hasn't been seen for days.
Oh, alright. Then with Chenren Suyin's help...
Have you forgotten that he has been traveling for a long time and hasn't been heard from for a while now?
Oh, you two. Well, if that's the case, that makes things more difficult. Alright. Meditate for a while first. Moji, Suji, and I will help you stabilize the Bladeheart so that it doesn't become scattered.
That be thank you, Master Kuwunzi. I have to meditate here, right? Meditate in front of Munu so that he can help you to hold the Bladeheart together. Okay. F. There you go.
I'm Lilane, follower of the
Not you.
goddess Lan.
How are you?
I feel much better, but I'm still unable to feel the voice of the Blade Heart Ancestor.
You were contaminated with so much negative chi in the Valley of the 100 Grasses. You should count yourself lucky that it doesn't scatter immediately. And you still expect it to romp around happily?
Negative Ki. I've just read the book of the Lungchang Pavilion that negative chi is associated with the Plague Goddess. In other words, the Blade Heart Ancestor's illness is very serious, and even Master Kon Wu Ji is unable to help him.
Of course the master can help him. It's just that this spell to get rid of the negative chi...
Wait. Di Wang's sacrifice formation is very complex and requires special materials. Luckily, some of them are stored in Cloudrise. Go straight to Chaotong Palace and ask Tang Kan for them. That'll save you having to look all over the place for them.
So what are these ingredients?
1 red flamestone, 5 pieces of phoenix breath jade, and 100 grams of phoenix scale powder.
Alright, I remember that.
Once you have gathered all the ingredients, come and find me on the Terrace of the Hanging Sword. Moji and Sujie, you come back with me to prepare everything.
Okay, Master Kun Wu Ji. Well, does it mean all these things so difficult to get hold of?
Our Cloudrise has existed for over 900 years already. You will never find rarities more easily than here. But you're asking for 3 things at once. I'm afraid that Skinflint and Yan Fei won't be too pleased. All right. I'll write him a letter and explain everything in detail. Take the letter to the warehouse and hand it to Yan Fei.
Great, thank you.
That bloody Tong Khan always keeps getting me into trouble. He knows that I hold them in great esteem. If the Sword Bladeheart is in trouble, how could I stand by and do nothing? But these 3 things you're asking for are no ordinary things. That really makes me... Ah, to hell with it. Who else would use them anyway? But I'm only loaning them to you. You must promise to bring them back if at all possible.
You have my word.
I'll remind you of that if necessary. Okay, start by taking the red flamestone. You can get the Phoenix Scale Powder and the Phoenix Breath Jade from the weaponsmith Qing Hui. Ask her if she'll give you any.
Thank you, Venerable Master.
You need the Phoenix Breath Jade? I'm afraid I don't have enough of it myself right now.
Didn't Yan Fei give you some to you recently?
It's all their fault.
Are you talking about the Crystal Tigers?
The Phoenix Breath Jade I've just received ended up in their bellies before it could even get warm in my hands. If you bring it back to me, I'll give you half.
Agreed, but I don't need that much. 2 pieces will be enough.
That's even better then. Take this Jade Shard. You should be able to use it to lure out those gelatinous beasts.
Okay. Okay. my god. Mirror. Okay, I'm back. Someone called me and I had to take that.
I have made countless weapons before, but I don't know how to use them against crystal tigers. I should probably work on my fighting technique too. Here you go. 2 pieces of the Phoenix Breath Jade are yours. Oh, and if you ever need your weapons polishing and restoring, just come to me.
Thank you. And the Phoenix Scale Powder. Thank you.
Click on the interface with the left mouse button to show the information on this quest.
What? Click to open the mission. Okay. I don't get it. Oh, I have to go there. World map. So I have to go this way. Okay. so many with those wings. Should I try?
Well then, let's cast a spell to gather
Maybe
the
I have
negative
those
chi
too,
in the
but
depths
I
of her
don't.
consciousness and expel it. You must take this
Don't know
opportunity
if
to get
the
rid of it
pack I
quickly.
bought contains those wings. Yes, complete the quest. What should I do here? Defeat? Okay.
You are in your own soul world. Free your spirit from negative chi.
Blade had ancestor. Blade had ancestor. I have limited the negative key. Wake up quickly.
It almost collapsed and is too weak now. It probably isn't enough just to eliminate the negative chi.
It still doesn't work. What should I do?
But don't worry. There's another way. You return to your school and go to the place of designation. There you can borrow the relics of the previous Swordmaster. As long as the Blade Heart fragment is still alive, it should react.
Thank you for the tip, Master. Hey, thanks for that.
The sacred valley where Cloudrise is located is enormous. The whole of Shenzhou would fit inside it. To facilitate communication between the various schools of the Qin League, they built bases near Cloudrise. They are constantly guarded. New students can return to their respective schools from the plateau of torrential fog.
What does it do? Gravitational pull. Stun the target for 5 seconds and pull them to you, then push back, bring them in front of you. Okay. Okay, now I have to use this. Okay, now then. Hello, Elder of the Blades.
I have a question for you. Do you like swords?
Of course.
You're stuttering and not being sincere. So you'd better go home now.
I love this word. I want to serve it my whole life long.
That's a bit like Master Yi Yang's style.
You know Venerable Yi Yang?
Master Zhen Yang once spoke of the talented sword fighters all over the world, and said that Yi Yang was the only one with the future prospect of becoming invincible with his sword.
But he died in the Qin Mausoleum. It broke Grandmaster Zheng Jiang's heart.
After 30 years, the Master finally got to see Yi Yang in the Yellow Springs. Whether that was good or bad luck, only they themselves can judge. Master Kun Wuzi is already here. You're a student, so listen to all his instructions.
Of course. And I have a new piece of cloth, right? Right. I have to talk with this guy.
When you're holding it in your hand, it's also time to surrender yourself over to the Lunar Mirror of Distant Dreams.
Lunar Mirror of Distant Dreams? That name sounds familiar.
Of course it sounds familiar. Before her enlightenment, the goddess Yaoqi took this artifact with her wherever she went. Every student knows that it's extremely useful.
Such a precious treasure.
There's only one lunar mirror of distant dreams in the whole world, and it's kept in intoxicating dreams. My master is actually quite stingy, so how could he?
Pardon?
My master likes to save his money. Why did he give you that? What you're holding in your hand right now is just it.
Core imitation?
Yes, yes, yes. That's exactly what I mean.
If you two keep bickering, I'll make you guard the fire pit for a month. You now have the Lunar Mirror of Distant Dreams. If you're lucky, you'll be able to use pets to connect to it and visit unexplored places. And you can even use it to work out the future from the present and the past.
How can I connect to it?
I'll cast the spell for you this time. It'll be helpful if you can awaken your blade heart.
Oh my god, what a fight. Nice.
Don't despair. The brother learned the art from Master Chung Yung. And these masters here are no match for him, let alone you.
Yes, you're right. But you need to look on the bright side. Back then, the master saw that you were talented and took you on as a student. But nobody could have guessed you'd spend all the time being so insolent. You never study or practice diligently.
Yeah, I know. You're too grouchy. It'll give you wrinkles.
The PvP duel takes place in a month. If you get cold feet before then, the master will have a suitable punishment.
Okay, another.
Why have you come?
Hey? My big brother let me come here. At the end of the duel, you landed a powerful blow on my Tai Bai and Shenmai acupuncture points. Was it not your intention that I come to the peak of Tai Bai at the appointed time?
Sword techniques are easy to learn, but beautiful jade is seldom seen. These are my handwritten notes. Study them carefully.
Thank you, brother.
No, thank you.
Major disaster is coming. Spell sword students, I beg you to take greater care of them.
Why does he speak like a British guy? Anyway. Wait, what do I have to do? Oh, talk with this again. Right? I cannot, like, let me... I cannot... Oh my god, I can't... Oh, I have done it.
There's a real resonance. This method seems to work.
What method?
When the three swords were sleeping in the Qian Dun Stonehouse, I used my soul force from the Blade Heart to set up a dream world called Intoxicating Dreams. Only those chosen by the Blade Hearts of the three swords can use the soul force of the fragment to sense the Blade Hearts and connect with them. This way, their spiritual consciousness can even enter Intoxicating Dreams. It is home to many Blade Heart fragments, and also the treasures and rare talents I have discovered over the years. If you're lucky, you'll encounter them in Intoxicating Dreams.
The main section of the Lunar Mirror of Distant Dreams is here. If you wish to use it in the future, you can connect to it by moving your heart.
Thank you for the tip, and thank you, Master Kun Wunzi. I'll report to the Elder of Blades first then. Okay, where is the NPC? Look, Master, my sword is... Oh, goddammit. Look, Master, my sword is... I'd like to take part in the sword selection ceremony as well.
Had you not demonstrated bravery and self-sacrifice during the demon's attack, I would have sent you to the Elder of the Order to be punished for your ill-considered words just now.
Yes, I made a mistake.
Without a sufficient amount of practice, none of the soul swords on the mountain will react to you. Not even if you manage by hook or by crook to create the formation.
Don't worry, Master, I'll make sure to train very hard so as not to besmirch the reputation of my predecessor.
Now, that's the spirit of a spell sword. If not for that, I would have assumed that Zhenren Nanqin was wrong about you.
Nanqin?
Relax. She told me a few things after the demon army was defeated and asked me to conduct your sword selection ceremony personally.
What did the Zhenren say about me?
When the time has come, the 3 spell swords, Jing Shao, Jing Hong, and Yi Shu, will be in attendance. You must handle the swords with sincerity and not make any mistakes. Do you understand?
Yes, I do. I understand.
You've only been here for a short while and don't know all the teachers yet. You should pay a visit to all 3 spell swords. If you're lucky, they'll have some advice for you.
Yes.
By the way, Sister Qing Shao is in poor health and should not exert herself too much. But she's very hard-headed. If you go to see her, you should involve her in a conversation. That will distract her.
Okay. What is this? Oh, so I can read all those. Can I sell those things? Map of the upper world? Nope. Also, I cannot fly here.
This jade mine has been flooded for years. It must be drained using a great fire before anyone can utilize it again. Bring me the green steel coal from my storehouse.
Certainly, Zhen Chao Chao.
Is that you? My brother Cheng Yu never praised anyone, but in the
Ching
last
chong.
few days he made frequent mentions of you, saying you were very strong and smart. A rare thing, that.
Please, your health. Can I help you in any way?
They say that you decapitated many devastators with your sword. Is that true?
It was pure luck.
Luck or no luck, you did me a great service. Yuan, come quick and thank the one who saved you.
The monster had injured me that day, and I was unconscious. I was only a few meters away from the Devastator. If you hadn't acted in time, I wouldn't be here.
It was nothing. I'm just...
No need to be so modest. I would like to return the favor for what you did for me. Unfortunately, I have nothing that I could give you apart from these sword crafting materials. I'll give you a sword tassel. You can use it to improve your sword, and it'll help you when training. This hidden tassel might look plain and simple, but the materials used are the same that Master Yi Yang uses.
Master Yi Yang?
You started your training quite late, so you won't know about this. 30 years ago, the spell sword students were not particularly concerned with forging swords. Neither did they make any efforts to build a scabbard. Yi Yang was both the Master Brother's first student and the most important descendant of Shenren Chongyang. Unfortunately, he was killed in the battle at the Qin Mausoleum. the Shenren was devastated and decided to go to Tianyong City and ask the immortal Tsuyin for advice on the forging of swords. Just a shame that Yi Yang would never use these swords. To commemorate Yi Yang, the Shenren crafted his last ever scabbard and named it Fuguang Chongdao. It was placed before Yi Yang's grave. I'm giving it to you. I hope you'll be just as strong as Yi Yang was.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. You've earned this. After all, how can your sword moves be bad if the swords you have are good? These are all moves you learned at the start of your training. Do you recognize them?
Yes, I do recognize.
不必心急，待你准备完毕，再来寻
wait.
我便是。
Copy Master Qing Chao and perform the spell sword technique to complete your training. Follow the tips, score and use your play skill. Begin training. I don't know what. Z. What? E. What is this spell? I don't have it. E. Oh, it's E and E. Okay. Combos.
I learned the art of swordsmanship using the 9 secrets of the spell swords. Whenever you use these techniques, sword mana will sparkle in the sky like a rainbow. You can even use it to attack enemies who are a distance away. Apparently, it's possible to control the sword mana even when it is 1,000 miles away. And since the foundation of the Taiwa school, Yi Yang has been the only student to learn this art, at the age of 31 at that.
Thank you for your instruction. Where did you got those wings? So many players.
The smell of medicine. Is Master Xingzhao nearby?
Student chosen one. Greetings again, master.
Your name seems so familiar.
I know, I know.
Oh, I remember. You're the new student who helped Genren protect Sword Guardian Hoshan.
闭关才数年，遇见就出了你这样的后起之秀。
Well,
看来我也要
not
努力
everything
精
is
进，
translated though.
免得被你们赶上了。
Master, that's an exaggeration. I could never compare to you.
我既夸你，你就好
When I
好受
give。you praise, you don't need to be so humble. If you reject my praise so quickly, doesn't that point to a defect in your self-assessment? I just don't dare.
唉，自正阳宗师
Since
去，
Grandmaster Zheng Zhang
这一剑
left,
上
all
下
spell swords have become much more careful and formal. Although it's a tradition for us in Taiwan not to torture caged monsters, we are by no means foolish and naive. We'll use swords without any remorse when faced with an enemy. Yes, I
I was
understand.
watching you from afar. The grace in your moves is similar to that of Master Xingzhao. She might not have drawn her sword in a very long time, but she does seem to expect great things of you. So I've agreed to observe your swordsmanship.
Will the Grand Master test the student's new sword skill? I ask for guidance.
My elder brother Jing Yu often said that I don't fully focus when I'm excited. I fear I might injure you, so it's best for you to train with these rune spirits for now.
Okay, sir. Training begins.
Bladestorm works best in melee combat. Sword mana. When practicing the 9 secrets of the spell swords, it is important not just to learn from one another, but also to practice the core skills. It is absolutely essential to practice meditation, breathing, and focus every day.
I don't understand what I must do. Escape rune spirits. Training complete. I don't know what I have done anyway.
Wow, that was fast. I haven't seen the younger generation make use of such an agile sword technique for a long time. The trick you just used is the same that founder Shisha used to injure Hong Yu.
Well, I guess I'm good. Hongqiu?
就是太花秘境中镇压的那个。
The one who was imprisoned inside the Taihua instance. The Taihua school was founded because of him and lasted until today.
罢了，这些闲话以后再说。
Well, let's talk about that later.
江湖路，
The world is large and the broad way is wide.
也不能时时
I
在你
won't
身
be
边。
able to teach at any time
我的两位
in the
弟子
future.
家
But 人在外。 since now the students on
你
a
若有修
spiritual
行上的
journey
疑
at the
难，
moment, you can
尽管
turn
请教他
to
们。
them if you have difficulties with your cultivation. But I don't know their names.
一个叫一
One
南，
is called Nan,
是我们
is
下
my
大弟子，
highest ranking
他
student.
自幼
He
就跟
has
在我
been
身边，
with me since
除了剑
childhood,
法
along，the,
同时也苦练
with
体魄，
swordsmanship. He
若
also
论筋
trains
骨强
stamina
健，
and tenacity.
无训
He
天罡
can
武
equal
士。
spear master in stamina with no trouble.
一个
The
叫
other
一
is
南，
called Yi Bei.
曾因急于求成，在新
Since
西
he
不
was
长。
he sought so
虽然
quickly
并无大
success
碍，
back then,
但外貌
he
凌
had
厉，
problems
却始
with
终停留在
his
13、14岁
cultivation
的
at first. Although he was able to change his attitude later, his physical appearance no longer changed, and so he is trapped in the body of a 13 or 14-year-old. I'll bear that in mind. And I have a new weapon. Our spell school focuses on guiding the sword by using ki. Our classic, the 9 Secrets of the Spell Sword, was written by Zhen Ren Zhong Chang Ching Chong. The students are instructed in swordsmanship and also introduced to the secret cultivation and controlling sword mana. Vitality swords mana, it seems I'll have much to learn. Yes, the best swords mana is as swift as the wind and as powerful as the rainbow. You won't get it without years of hard training. With both sword artist and blade sword, the sword mana must be charged to unleash its full power. When will I master sword mana like that? You'd better start right away. I can see you already know a little. Now look closely. I have to speak with the dude. What is this? Better gear? what I have done?
Now let's learn about basic actions. Chi is restored automatically over time. It is restored instantly when performing level 3 of
my
Xuanchen
god, I
Sword.
shouldn't
Consume
have done
sword
this.
mana to use the core ability Concentration Sword.
Use concussion sword. Okay. Recharge.
You can charge Cloud Dragon Strike by holding down the button. Cloud Dragon Strike will consume sword intent when charging. The more sword intent consumed, the higher the damage. So try to cast the skill when you have 5 sword intent.
Nice. No, no, no.
Don't forget to use these skills in everyday combat. You can also learn new things by repeating old things.
Okay, leave this thing. Really gifted and a fast learner. Complete. Level 7. Oh no, it's still 7.
Oh, it's you. But why at this time? Don't you have to rest? And don't you wish to talk to Xingyun for a while? She's with Master Qingyu.
Qingyu?
Why so shy all of a sudden? Qingyun's skills with the sword might not be great, but her beauty is without equal among the spell swords.
Zhenren, the sword formation has been established, but Sister Jingsha, who's guarding Jun's position, is still recovering from her injuries. So there's still one person missing. Should we go back to Zhenyue Palace and get reinforcements?
The Xinye Palace students are currently following the Jinren, who is in charge of guarding the mountain ward. They don't have time now to go to Sunken Jade Lake, but I just thought of someone else.
Are you talking about me?
Judging from your sword manner, you were taught by Xing Xiao and Xing Hong. I hope they instructed you well.
How does he know
Now
this?
then, you're about to learn some skills of the Chenshu Sword Classic.
As you wish.
First, stand over there in the sword grounds. Listen to my commands and defeat the rune spirit.
Move into the sword formation and complete your spell sword formation to use Cloud Dragon Strike in the eye of the sword formation and defeat the rune spirits. Okay, so I have to use Cloud Dragon Strike. Which one is this? Okay, so I have to use this and oh, god damn it. Now again. Done. I'm a master of this game.
I was just watching you very closely. When you're controlling the sword formation, don't think about winning or losing. Instead, concentrate on the entire situation and then make the right decisions. This habit, it reminds me of Brother Yi Chen. Although we haven't met yet, we can join our hearts thousands of miles away, and our souls and dreams will be linked.
Jimmy, what are you talking about?
I think I found new inspiration. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay, now I have to go on that. So I have no lines. Do I have to use something? So I need belt, trousers, the rest are okay.
The 3 spell swords might all be of a different temperament, but in terms of morals and cultivation, they're all first choice. It's best you get on well with them, and of course that you learn a lot. Now that you've met them, you may learn some new things.
I respectfully abide by their teachings.
When you climbed the mountain, the older students told you that founder Genren Shisha taught the Taiwa branch the ways of united Taoism in order to keep the demon Huang Yu at bay for a long time. That was 500 years ago. Taiwa weathered a countless number of storms over the past 500 years, up until a year ago when the We had no choice but to separate the spell swords from the bards.
Who's the killer?
That's a mystery which needs to be solved. If you really wish to know, I'll teach you in the Doctrine of the Spell Swords. You can look into it yourself. Although everyone in Taiwan knows that He Shuai did not get on well with the Genren, he's the main suspect. But I've been at the school for many years. I know he's a genuine person. He would never do such a thing.
Don't worry, Master. I'll get to the bottom of this.
You have great ambitions, but I hope you will always remember that you're not just a spell sword student, but also a student of Taiwan. The Genren died. The murderer has not yet been found. On top of all that, demons are attacking the mountain. Neither the spell swords nor the bards can deal with the situation all by themselves. If the Taiwa instance falls, the world will be in grave danger. The word...
I understand. For now, I'll do my best to pass the sword selection ceremony as quickly as possible. If there are any problems in the future, you can do your part for Taiwa Mountain.
I hope you'll keep today's words in mind.
You've been away for so long. I've been waiting for you for a while.
Cannot be used. Okay.
Let me ask you, Has your connection with the Blade Heart weakened again following this journey?
That indeed, but I hadn't the Blade Heart ancestors' illness just been cured?
Don't get your hopes up. This method can only heal the symptoms. If you wish to find a remedy for the cause, you will need to go to the Heavenly Ridge yourself and ask for Diwang's sacrifice formation to be performed.
Jishan's sacrifice formation?
Well, this formation is driven by the power of yin and yang.
It is said that a single yin is not born and a single yang does not grow.
Take the chi in order to retain the yin and yang, and I will be with you quickly.
Well, they don't understand what you're saying. Don't waste your breath. I have everything you need. The remaining Crimson Cloudstones used for soul control are a speciality of Wusai Village on the Heavenly Ridge. You can find them yourself when you're there. If you're having any difficulties, ask the young summoner Feng Ming.
I'll bear that in mind. Thank you, Venerable Kanwuji. I'll let the Elder of the Blades know first then. You have no time to lose. Go to Wujang village right away. Thank you, Elder of the Blades.
By the way, it is said a number of Wuchao nocturnal spirits recently appeared in Wutsai village. They look strange and emit negative chi. If you encounter them, it is better if you don't seek conflict with them.
Get more negative chi? Then I'll take a look around here. There. So what do I have to do? Wait. Use map of when to get to the Heavenly Ridge Pass. Heavenly Ridge Pass, where are you? Oh. Okay.
少司令大人，他正在五彩村里和几个夜晚使者说话。
Village.
No, you definitely won't be disturbing them. But don't be scared if you see nocturnal spirits. If someone annoys them, then there'll definitely be trouble.
You scared? Oh, scared?
Yes, they look a little strange. When I saw them for the first time, I was scared out of my skin.
Okay, this is amulet. I have to go to that place. What is this? World map, Cloud Rise, Heavenly Ridge Pass. So I guess to General Trader, Weapons Dealer, Armor Merchant. I wanna like sell my useless stuff here. If I want to sell those stuff. Bang. I got rich. Next.
乌赵灭国之战，我卜店里早有耳闻，却没想到此战竟让你们全族变成这副模样。
胜负都算寻常事，若是堂堂正正战败，哪怕身死当场，我等也不会有半句怨言。但何兆人，
你是说他们用的那把邪剑？
只看我们现在的面貌，应不用我再多言。
唉，阴邪之气同时侵体，你们受苦了。
所以，还请补天岭赐下阴华拳，助我等维持神智，缓解痛楚。
我虽同情你们，但阴华拳是补天岭圣物，哪怕是我师父也不能单独做主，须得和禁霜叶族长一起奏请幽都定夺。
我明白了。
相思姑娘，
相信幽都一定会做出公正的决定。
正常介绍。
不知道师父和大巫祝商量的怎样了。
Spoke about what kind of sword must it be if it can transport people like that.
I found it almost unbelievable when I first heard about it. But after the mentor had asked her about the details, there was no longer any doubt. What? Do you somehow doubt the Grand Summoner of the Heavenly Ridge?
Demon Sword has also appeared in the Valley of 100 Grasses. So I thought.
Don't be so nervous. Diligence is also a good thing. I knew about Hao Sang's machinations, but I've never seen anything like the Demon Sword before. If you're really curious, there are lots of nocturnal spirits in Wusai village. You can ask them.
I will keep that in mind. Level 8.
Us Wu Zhao and the He Zhao used to be closely allied clans, but we became enemies after a row between the clan patriarchs 100 years ago. The feud has since turned into bitter rivalry. The balance of power between the two clans is very one-sided. For many years, the Wu Zhao had been winning for the most part, which is why no one, from the king down to the regular folk, took it seriously when we received a message about an ambush by the He Zhao. The commander was the only one who thought that to underestimate one's opponent is to lose sooner or later. But nobody listened to him. The He Zhao tore through our resistance like bamboo in a raging storm. And suddenly, there they were, standing outside the royal palace. And it was at that moment that people were haunted by the commander's warning, and no one more than the commander himself. He was accused of having conspired with the He Zhao.
Because of a single sentence? Isn't that a bit draconian? Draconian.
Long before the invasion of the He Zhao, the general often said that the king's chosen successor was incompetent. He even said that the great god of death once confided in a dream that he could take the successor's place.
Unbelievable.
A wound caused by a demon sword is very difficult to treat. And it's also possible that the person who's been injured will fall victim to the negative chi, descend into madness and lose their mind.
Is there a way to relieve this suffering?
As far as I know, only medicinal herbs containing a lot of malignant chi are of any help. They suppress the negative chi in the body for a short while and can alleviate the symptoms. But they won't strike at the root of the evil.
The people from He Zhao.
Is this even if it's just a splinter, the negative chi that lies within it is not to be underestimated. You'll need to be careful even just looking at it. When the explosion caused the Yin Spring to shoot up out of the ground. The Yulan Pen Festival was being held that very same day.
What a coincidence.
It was all divine will. It was a trial for our people, but also an opportunity to reunite the sacred objects.
Is this demon sword the reason why you...
Master, I believe the qualities of this fragment to be very similar to those of Hao Tsang's sword in the Valley of 100 Grasses. The smell of these nocturnal spirits is reminiscent of him too, at least before Hao Tsang was...
How do you feel? My master and I weren't lying to you, were we?
Oh, yes.
This crimson cloud stone that Venerable Kunwudzu mentioned. I know it, but here we call it Rabbit's Eye.
That name sounds good, like a beautiful stone.
Yes, look, the chain on my arm is made from it.
Goes very well with your skin.
That's what everybody says.
How do I find this stone?
There are some outside Vusai village. You can search there, and I will send someone to inform the master.
It's only a small matter. Not worth troubling the Grand Summoner.
Stones have no wisdom. Can you help me stabilize the blade heart? Of course, you have to trust us.
Yes, then I'll go to the area around the village first.
My master and the Grand Warlock will be in the Hall of Silence in a moment. Using the power of the Dark Source, they will create a Dihuang sacrifice formation.
Oh, there are many quests here. One. The young summoner said that the negative key here has become denser in recent days. The elderly, vulnerable, and children won't be able to withstand it, so I need to brew a remedy that will cast it out. Chosen one, can you help me find some poisonous scorpions in the area surrounding the village and collect a few of their pincers? Of course. Okay, so let's do the... What? What?
Ilawalashi, you always used to be so determined and self-confident. Why are you so hesitant when you come to Heavenly Ridge?
It isn't like other places here. Here you have to...
The longer you think about it, the more pain the people will suffer, in my opinion.
Supreme General, Ilawalashi will make the decision in this matter. Despite your great service, you are not yet king of Wujiao.
You little girl.
Although I don't play an important role, I know how to be responsible and loyal.
That's enough. I have arranged with the young summoner that no one should act precipitously before Spiritopolis sends an answer.
Let's take a look.
The Supreme General is so impulsive. It would be bad if something happened. Arong.
Yes.
Okay, what is this? Do I have to collect? Passive mechanism reduce. Okay. Okay, now I have to defeat 5 more scorpions. Oh my god! Servers, what is happening? Okay, I'm going to launch it again. Be right back in few seconds.